Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the daily cards for the 29th of May 2017. So firstly, apologies for no cards last week. It was a bit of a strange week. Some of you will have seen my rant that I went on. I took that down because there's a lot of new people on here and I didn't want them to think I was this total negative, but it was, I totally agree with what I said on it. Those of you that seen it, I have had messages regarding it, so thank you for that. And messages from people who it did make them think about their actions as well. So, that's all good. But because of stuff that's gone on, personal stuff and stuff that was going on in my country last week, I decided to just take a little break. I need to recharge. When you're an empath, if you are one, you know what it's like. You just have empath overload, and the only thing you can do with that is just be gentle. So spend a lot of time in nature, spend time talking and spending time with loved ones, and completely fully refreshed again. Okay, so thank you for bearing with me, and that is why there was no cards. Sometimes you just need to take a break. Okay, so I know you like them and I know you rely on them, and thank you for the messages I'm getting, but I've got to look after me as well first. Okay, so brilliant energy for this week as well. There's definitely a shift. How many of you felt the effects of the Gemini moon? It kicked my arse completely. It really, really did. Now, obviously, Gemini has two sides as well, and it can either, some of you could be feeling massively elated and stuff like that, or you could be questioning everything and going into this crazy headspace, That is exactly the space I went into. I love the moon. I absolutely love the moon, but it always holds a harsh lesson, But it's nothing that we don't know. It's nothing that we don't need to know, Like I said, the moon can be pretty brutal as well as beautiful. Okay, so a lot of lessons learned. So right, back onto the cards for today. The energy's starting to shift. It's brighter. There's change coming. There is massive change. I've been talking to a few people recently about this, and there's an underlying buzz, and it's just growing and growing and growing. So that is fabulous, and I think it's it's only going to get more powerful as it goes on. So the card I've pulled today is the Three of Wands. I'm going to try and get a full week done with these cards. The last 2 weeks I haven't, so third time lucky. If it doesn't work then I'm putting these away and getting the other ones out. So this is the Three of Wands, and what this card is talking about, it's talking about planning. Okay, so this is it. Like I say, if you're feeling this buzz or feeling that something is going to happen, get planning. That this is what this card's talking about. But this card is talking about using your intellect, using your intuition and your logic to actually make these plans solid. Because when you are combining the three, this is when you have more chance of these plans sort of coming to fruition. Okay, now with plans, they can always go haywire, and the universe will guide us where it wants us to go, where it needs us to go as well, so we can have an idea, but we have got to surrender a little bit as well. And if you look at this card, the person in it is holding a book, and this is saying that this is the beginning of a new chapter for you. Okay, now it's like, when you dream it, you can do it. So it's about keeping this vision in your head. What is it you really want to do in your life? I have this image in my head of this little house somewhere, and I have chickens, and it's near a river, and I paint and stuff like that. And I've had this vision of this place for years and years. I don't even know where it is, but I'm prepared to go and find out. And I know I will find it one day, because that has always happened. Whenever I've had these visions, they have always came to fruition. But if I was saying, this is the house I want, and it's in this town, and I think it's there, and whatever, and I was planning towards that, I could actually miss the destination that I'm going. So I hold this vision. I know I will get there one day, but I'm also prepared to go wherever the universe takes me to get there. It might be a strange destination. I might have to go to other places first, but I know I will end up there. So with this card, it's talking about a lot about you visualizing where you want to be or what you want to do, and this is why vision boards are absolutely great, within the law of attraction. Now, a vision board is basically, you can do them on the computer. You don't have to sit for hours cutting bits of paper out. You can if you want to, but you can do them on the computer. And all a vision board is you put images of things that you like or things that you would want to come into your life, and you put them all together and sort of build up a storyboard of how you would like your life to be. Now, what I want to say to you here is vision boards are so powerful. I don't make them anymore. The reason I don't make them is because every single one I've done, I've ended up getting exactly what I've asked for on the board. And you have to be very, very clear about what you want, because sometimes you can say, oh yeah, that looks really good, and you can put it on. When you get it, it's like, there's always a little, I didn't see that in the picture, or I didn't see that in the picture. So what in your head you're putting out there, the universe doesn't know what's in your head. The universe says, oh, right, okay, they want that, I will give them that, you know. So be very, very careful. I wish I could go into explanations with this, because but I can't, because there's other people involved and stuff like that, and you know, like I say, I'm respectful of that. But you know, it's a case of be careful what you wish for when you're doing vision boards. Really, really scrutinize it. If any of you are doing them and you're not quite sure, please send them over to me, you know, just email them over, and I will have a look, and I will make sure that, you know, that they're all right, because they're so bizarre. They really are so bizarre. So like I say, this is talking about vision boards, holding that vision. A lot of people aren't visual, you know, within their manifesting. So a vision board is a great way to start with this. And this is what this is saying. When you can see where you're going, you know, you might not know what the end destination is, but you can see that you're actually moving forward. Because this is talking about, like I say, there's a few different routes here. And so the route that you're heading on, if you keep coming up against blocks and stuff like that, it may be saying to you, you know, there's a reason for this, you know, you need to take a detour somewhere. So what you have mapped out in your own mind might not actually be your full path, you know, but once you surrender to the universe will actually guide you to the right path, you know. So this is an exciting time. This is what this card is talking about. It's an exciting time. It's a time for you to give yourself roots, a time for you to break away as well from any monotony. So what this card is saying is there is a certainty in your uncertainty. So if you are certain that you are on the move, or you are actually traveling somewhere, you don't necessarily have to travel metaphorically, although physically it might be metaphorically, but this card often indicates travel as well, and in a lot of decks it indicates travel overseas. I know I'm looking at relocating overseas, but I haven't got a clue where I'm going, you know. So it's like, you know, there is movement with this card. This is what it's about. It's not movement like the Eight of Wands, where it's all a flurry and a hurry. It is actually sort of, right, okay, if we mix our logic, intuition, and sort of intellect to see, you know, where we're going, mix these three together, and this will get you closer to your destination. You might not know what lies ahead, but you know that you cannot stay where you are, because where you are, for some reason, is not fulfilling. So this is it. It's like, you know, you owe it to yourself. You know, we only have one life. Life is very, very precious, as a lot of people found out last week, you know. And this, if that doesn't give you a shake up to say, you know what, I've got this life and I really, really want to live it, you know. Life is not just all about work, you know. We love our work. It's great, you know. I love what I do, but that is not the end goal, you know. The end goal is happiness. The end goal is to be around people that inspire you, and, you know, to have a relaxed life, a simpler life, you know, where you're not worried, where you haven't got the worries and the stresses and the strains. And this is what this card is saying that you can have, you know. You can have with that, but you need to flow. At the moment, if you're feeling stagnant, there will be a block in your way somewhere. So look at what that block is. Look at what is stopping you from going in the direction of your dreams and in your journey. You know, are you living somebody else's dream? Because this happens so much in life. You know, your dreams become the person that you're with dreams. So you're actually compromising a little bit of yourself because you want to keep somebody else happy. You know, and what will happen with that is you will never ever be happy. You might go along for the ride for a while, but then you will eventually start to resent this, and you will eventually start to kick back, and your dream will then, you will want your dream even more, because when it's taken away from us, that is when we start to panic. You know, if we have no vision, you know, what do we have? I met a guy when I was traveling once, an old guy who was an amazing guy. He traveled for years and years. And he said to me, to live without dreams is to live without a future. And that's it. You know, never give up on your dreams. It doesn't matter how old you were. I was talking to somebody the other day and they were like, oh, I'm 60, you know, so I've sort of forgotten that. And he was like, you're 60 years young. You know, you're just starting. You've got all of this knowledge behind you now. Go out and use it. You know, and this is what this card is saying. Because this card is saying that there is hope. You know, don't give up hope. You know, efforts that you have put into something, or these dreams that you've had, you know, can come to fruition. And now is the time. You know, it's like this card is saying something you've been working on is going to pay off. So it's talking about opportunities. There's going to be opportunities presented to you, I feel. This could be this week. It could be in next month, because June is a very... What I'm getting, June is going to be a very productive month, okay? It could be chaotic, but it's going to be productive as well. So this is saying, like, carpe diem, seize the day. You know, why wait? Why wait? You know, why wait to have your dreams? Do them now. You know, because like I say, if your clock is ticking and somebody said to you, right, you've got 5 years left to live, would you wait then to fulfill your dreams? You wouldn't. You would want to go out and do them now, because, you know, now is all you have. You know, that's it. Tomorrow's promised to no one. So this is about getting clear on what you want and actually going after it as well. This card also talks about how to embrace change. Change is often quite scary for us. We don't like it. But this is saying, like, look at a longer term view. You know, you kind of predict what's going to happen, but you can see where you want to be, you know, in the future. And if that isn't where you are in the now, then start making the changes. You know, start making them today, you know, because this is about vision and it's about foresight as well. And it's saying that, you know, things that you may have thought were impossible, break them down, and it's impossible. You know, you can have anything you want if you dream it. You know, you've got to dream it first. You've got to have that idea. That idea's got to then spark you into action. You've then got to put the power of your thought, all of your manifesting skills, you've got to put them mixed with action and intention. And this is how magic is made, you know. So it's an amalgamation of everything. Now, this card is saying whatever you are thinking about at the moment, it's sort of getting the green light, okay? So if you have this plan that somebody might be thinking is a crazy-ass plan or whatever, forget what they say. You know, they might not have the vision and foresight to actually dream it. You do. Don't let anybody else hold you back from your dreams as well. And within this card, what this card often says within traditional tarot is you might have to leave something or someone behind in order to fulfill your dreams, you know. But it's saying, like, your ship isn't behind you. Your ship is coming into you, you know. So leaving this person or thing or belief behind will actually allow you to travel lighter into your future and will allow you to get there quicker rather than being pulled back as well, you know. So this is saying, like, any doubts or any fears around you making a move, let them go, let them fall, because you know what? You will only regret them. 10 years' time, if you didn't take that chance, you will look back and think, you know what could have happened there, you know? So make it where in 10 years' time, you look back and think, you know what? That actually will move I made led me to where I am now, and I'm blissfully happy, and, you know, I'm so pleased I'd done it. So this is it, you know, it's about actually deciding that is where you're going, you know. Fabulous, fabulous card. It's like you are holding You are holding the book of your future, okay? And it's up to you to write the story. The universe will help you. You know, if you think it's talking about flowing down the river here, if you ever gone on one of them, like inflatables, you know, and you want to go that way, but it's taking you that way. And this is what is happening with the universe. It will, you know, it will allow you to flow where you need to go, you know. So this is saying, like, if you are thinking about embarking on a relationship, if there's somebody around that you're sort of thinking, all right, okay, what could that be? This is saying that, you know, that it is a good time. Go for it, you know. Like I say, there could be 3 people involved with this, so because it means leaving somebody behind, you know, so bear that in mind. But you are getting the green light to go for it, you know. And this is saying as well that, like, whatever is going on in your life, if this is you thinking you want a new job, go for it, you know. Start applying, start planning, you know. If this is thinking you want to move or you want to completely change your life, go for it. You know, what comes after the 3 of Wands is the 4 of Wands, which is security, stability, happiness, and joy. Okay, so it's like that is what happens when you actually move from this stagnant place. You know, the 2 of Swords that comes, 2 of Wands that comes before this is about making a decision. So this is it. You know, allow your dreams to sort of fuel your decision that you need to make. Okay. And it's looking good. You know, shoot for... That looks there, they've just said to me there, that looks like a target, isn't it? Have a target in sight and aim for that. I love it when they come out with things like that. So that's what it's saying, you know. So, fabulous, fabulous card. I really, really like that one. Then we have, within the Osho card, we have this, the Dream. Now, this has got... I struggle with this card sometimes because it's the 6 of Cups within traditional tarot, and this is all about nostalgia and looking back to the past. Now, this could actually mean within this that this could be somebody from your past that you are regretting not actually going for, and you could be given a second chance with this, okay? So if that fits with you, then, like I say, go for it as well, you know, because if you have something like I mentioned before, something going around thinking I should have, and you didn't, then this could be, you know, you could have actually missed out on your dream there. So by taking another chance, you get the chance to see whether you'll find out one way or another. You'll find out whether it is or it isn't, you know. But if you don't try, then you don't know. But within this card, if we have a look at the girl there, I mean, green is always linked with the heart chakra, but her green is quite dull. It's like her heart is heavy here, you know. That's what I'm getting. And she's looking at this couple in her dream, in her vision. And if we have a look, it's like her hands are in praying. Now, what I'm getting with this card, right, is, you know, that dream of having this idyllic relationship and stuff like that is there with her, you know, and that is a great dream to have, because if that's what you want in your life, then that is what you focus on, you know. But within this, what I'm getting, it's like, a lot of times people will say that I will feel happy, I will get this happiness that I'm craving when I have the perfect partner, when I'm living in the perfect house, when I'm this, you know, they get a case of the when I haves, okay? So what this does is this makes them miserable being in the now. You know, a lot of people don't like being alone, they find that very hard, you know, but the thing is, they think that having a partner, if they're single, they think having this partner will actually make them feel whole. Now, how many people are actually in relationships and feeling lonely, you know, because the partner that they chose or whatever, they're not feeling the love from them, they're not feeling the connection or whatever, and they're stuck in that, wishing that they were by themselves so they could go off and live their own dream, but they're not. They feel compelled to stay, you know. And so this is what I'm saying. If you realize that nobody is going to come along and rescue you, okay, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, whether you hate your job, whether you love your job, whatever, nobody is going to come along and rescue you without you taking action, okay? If you are sitting waiting for somebody to come and rescue you, you will be disappointed, okay? You will be. It might happen for a second, but, you know, the expectations you put on that will actually leave you feeling let down in some way. Because the only person you can rely on for your happiness is yourself. Okay, yes, you might feel more content when you find that perfect partner, and that's wonderful, and then plan the life together, you know, but it's, you know, it's not going to come to you if you don't go out and seek it. You know, find this wholeness within yourself, make your own plans as well, because you are not lonely, you know, it's only your thoughts about that. You know, sometimes it's great coming home and not having anybody to look after and stuff like that. So look at the plus points of your life. You know, you can do what you want. You don't have to ask for permission. You know, so this is what it's saying. It will be there. When you dream it, it will come to you. It's got to. This is the law of attraction. But if you're focusing on what you haven't got and only thinking that you're going to be happy when you have this, it will always elude you, because you need to find that happiness within you and find that happiness sort of now, you know, and then work towards the future. You know, we all want somebody there. We all want somebody to look after us, you know, especially when there's, you know, in times when we are hurting, or in times when we have got grief. But, you know, sometimes there isn't anybody there. So you have to be your own hero. You have to be your own guru. And you have to have a loving relationship with yourself in order to move forward. Plan your own plans together. And then if somebody comes along, it's like, great, this is where I'm going. Come along for the ride, you know. But both ride your own groove. This is what you need to do. You kind of keep stopping to pick somebody up, and somebody kind of keeps stopping to pick you up. That doesn't work, you know. You need to have your own dream. And if there's people around that don't fit into that, then, you know, you need to look at what is more important, you know. So this is it. You know, don't let the dream make you sad. And don't be hanging on that much to this dream. Like I say, plans can go haywire, you know. So make yourself happy now. Start to plan. Put things in action and see where you will end up. You know, because the people that you meet on your journey will be meant to come into your life. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Then we have the Colette Baron Reid card. We have Yang, and this is in the protection position. And what I got with this, when it's there, it's like your dreams are ready to come into your hands. When they're like that, you're letting them float away. Look at an opportunity that could be around you at the minute that you are not holding on to. You are not grasping this opportunity because of fear. Okay? Again, this is a masculine card and it's upside down. So this could be, some of you are waiting on a partner coming, or they're waiting on, you know, some sort of stronger force, you know. And I'm not saying that all masculines are stronger force, before anybody gets me on the gender thing. What I'm saying is sort of a masculine attitude. That is our thinking towards it, okay? So this is it. You know, we don't seem to have that around. You know, the masculinity doesn't seem around within this. But that doesn't mean, you know, if we look, you know, the divine feminine, you know, if we look at that, you know, how powerful, you know, the feminine can actually be. And this is in guys as well. You know, a guy who can embrace his feminine side is a guy who shows his strength. You know, so like I say, I'm not making this this isn't about gender. You know, this is about sort of masculine and feminine qualities. And like I say, you know, this is, you could be letting something go here. It's like it's dropping out your hands. You know, when you play rounders and you go to catch and you really think you've got it, and then it just goes out of your hands, you know. And this is what it's saying, that energy, you know, that movement, that spark of something new, you know, it's the one that could actually change your life. So this is saying, look at opportunities that are being presented to you at the moment, or opportunities that you may have recently dismissed, and think, did you do the right thing with that? Did you do it for the right reasons? Did you dismiss that for the right reasons? And if you didn't, and if you're kicking yourself, then, do you know what I mean? Use this time now to go back and try and catch that ball again. Okay? So I hope they made sense to you. They're all a bit... Well, there's a strong message coming with it as well, though. But, whoa, I'm going to see what the spirit cards have for you as well. This is really strange. I've never done any readings. I feel I've been away from the video for ages. So, right, okay. Right. Messages, spirit messages for the 8th the 29th. Why did I get the 8th? Why did I get the 8th there? Right, strange. Right, okay. Right. Love is a soulmate, okay? And this is like I say, this could be what some of you are waiting for, or it could be what some of you are dismissing. That's it. Love, partnership, magnetic attraction between two people, a union. You discover the deep sense of self through a relationship with another. So, right, that's quite interesting, you know, because like I say, I did talk about the masculine and feminine just there as well. And this sort of contradicts what I've just said. It doesn't, though, okay? But I'm going to explain because it might sound like that. So I'm saying when you're on your path, you know, you're going and you're making your own moves and everything, and you don't need anybody there to make you whole and make you strong because you are strong within yourself. When you do this, because we have talked a lot about relationships there and about this dream that will make you happy. When you find this strength within yourself and when you don't need anybody and when you find, you know, when you balance the masculine and feminine within you, you know, so you don't need either to come in and make you whole, this is when you will find this. And this is when a relationship like this will actually just help you to grow. Okay, because if you cannot embark on something if you are not fully grown, it will not work. You know, I mean, like I say, I don't like to mention stuff like this, but twin flame stuff, because it's mentioning the masculine and the feminine there. This is mentioning union. You need to be the best person you can be in order for this to come together. Otherwise, it will keep eluding you. Okay, so this is about working on yourself, working on your goal, your vision. Okay, and making sure that it is your goal and your vision, that you're not doing it for somebody else or you're not doing it to try and manipulate a situation in some way, because a lot of us do that without realizing it's bad manipulation, you know. So like I say, get clear on your own goal. Then this is when, you know, you will meet somebody where you can find a deeper sense of yourself, but you will only find that when you are fully whole within yourself. And then this person can come along and actually enhance you, you know, not be a crutch for you, okay? Because if you're using somebody else as an emotional crutch to fill some void in you, then, you know, that crutch will break, and then you will, you know, probably end up with a lot of resentment as well. But like I say, you cannot use somebody else or somebody else's body, you know, for your own unfulfilled yearnings. It just, that doesn't work. Okay, so right, I think I'm going to go now. That was quite a bizarre reading, but I enjoyed it. I liked it. Please let me know if you did as well, and let me know if it resonated with you. If anybody would like a reading with me, please get in touch via my Facebook or my website. The links are below there. The bookings are sort of, you know, I've got little spaces that I can book people in, you know, but please be mindful of that. Please be mindful. I do keep a couple of emergency readings every single day, so I can read for you on that day as long as it's not a weekend. I've cut off working weekends all together now. I don't do readings on weekends because I have admin that I need to do. But I can fit you in on that. If not, there might be a little bit of a wait. It's not a long wait. I do try to get everybody in as soon as possible. And please bear in mind as well that if I get emails or messages out of working hours or weekends, then it will be the following Monday or the following morning when I actually reply to them. I've really had to put boundaries up around that with my work. So please, you know, be mindful of that. And I know some of us are in different time zones, you know, but I do answer all of my emails when I sit down and get a chance to do it, okay? But it's been great reading for, I've a lot of new people I've been reading for lately, and it's been wonderful to connect with them as well, you know, so it's great. So there might be some of you out there that I haven't connected with, so if you would like a reading, then please get in touch. Okay, so I think that's about it. I think I'm just waffling. It's nice to be back. It's good to be back, and like I say, there's a buzz in the air this week. You know, we'll have to see how it goes this with the cards. But I will be back tomorrow with the cards of today. Satnam.